Some of the secret behind developing good point shooting skills is repetition. 5,000. How much does 5,000 pellets of airsoft cost versus 5,000 bullets? These are the Umarex guns. They do have blowback, so they will cycle back. The cartridge goes in the bottom of these. These ones aren't too bad price. Everybody wants to get like the expensive green gas Glock ones because they fit in the holsters. And, you know, they're nice. These ones are a little bit more cost effective. These are going to run like the $60, $70 range. And that's how the cartridges come out right there if they want to fall out. So that's the old bad one. Little tip on these, so they will seal. Take some of that action. Get a little goopiness on there. Screw that in, that pushes the cartridge into place. And you'll hear it right there, sits. So now you can hear the gas, how it escaped. These magazines here, take the rounds in. One tip with these, watch. Put that in. Right, now there is a pellet that is actually loaded into this. So the mistake that a lot of people make is they'll think it's empty or they'll want to put a topped off magazine into it. They pull this out and they run the next one in. There's still a pellet left in here. So make sure you get that guy out of there. It's an absolute nightmare to get out of there if you don't do that. This, even cheaper version. This one has no slide action on it. It's got no functioning other crap on it. It does release the magazine, but this one, the magazine holds the CO2 cartridge. Same thing, goop that up so you don't end up losing all your gas. So this one's kind of cool because it actually gives you like some weighted feel to the magazine. So when the magazine comes out, it's plastic, it's junk, right? It's a toy. So then that gets the pellets in there. And that back. Fill those in. Oh, those start to go in. I'm dropping everything. Awesome. Cut! So the Umarex is very close in comparison to pretty much a full-size Glock. Slides are about the same length. Grips pretty stinking close, but the slide on these is built just wrong enough that you can't actually use your Glock holsters, and that's the big mix-up where people generally will try to get the Glock style airsoft things that usually, like I said, they got the green gas. They're a little bit more complicated to deal with. They're a lot harder to maintain, and they're a ton more expensive. So with the Glock, I can fit into my Glock holster, but the Umarex will not fit there, right? So what I do is I get the super cheesy Uncle Mike's holsters. I cut the crappy little magazine pouch off of it, and then they're universal, so you can put the clip for the belt on either side of it. Right there, it looks like it's set up for left side carry, but I actually got that modified for left side carry so that I can, right there, go into the belt. Now I can start training pretty much the way I carry. It doesn't sit as high up as the Glock does, but it does everything that I need to do just for training purposes. Okay, go kill that one. Alright, so what I've done is I set up a target, come around the back side of this. I took a couple of pictures of it that'll go up in the slides. But what I did was put a cardboard box up in the back of this to basically catch the pellets. So I'm just not making a mess out of the whole place. Come back around to the front. On the backers, what I generally use, just going to show you guys how I generally do this stuff on the range, right? This is one of my old school bases that I made with just some 2x6. and I would put the slats in the back, hold that up. Now I've just got a couple that are made out of steel. But this is like probably the most cost-effective, cheapest way to actually do it. You just use some spare lumber and some screws if you don't have any welding equipment. The only thing I really invest in are the plastic backers, but get a little closer to this so you can actually see what this material is. You know what makes a good alternative to these? Freaking campaign boards, the ones that freaking people put up in the yards. So get your favorite ones of all the people that you hate stealing out of people's yards and use them for target backers. These things, they last a long time. As you can see, this thing was been shot up like crazy, and I didn't get like a before picture on this, but the middle of it was all ate up, so I just cut it out so it kind of fits the box. I do the office type clips on the paper because it's a lot easier than stapling these each time, tearing these off with the staples. When you get any little bit of wind, the freaking wind comes along, rips all the paper off of there, so you can't staple these things enough. The clips hold up a lot better. If you've got a lot of wind, just grab a couple of extra clips and then just use like 5 or 6, whatever you go down along the side, holds the paper down a lot better than the staples do. So now I've got something that I can actually start working indoors with the airsoft for working drills. I can work on picking up site pictures, site development, or I can just work on point shooting drills. I can do a lot of movement in this area. And if you don't want to go through all this work and do this, you know what else works? Take a piece of tape and put it on a punching bag. So like the punching bag over here. Most of the punching bags in my gym usually have some piece of tape put up on them somewhere that we use as an area for targeting in, zoning in on, and using for dry fire drills. But at this distance here, whatever distance you want to work at, I'm going to start doing your drills at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Working here, drawing from whatever my holster setup is, driving the target. Go ahead and follow me on the target here. Right. Bring that up. You can just see just a little bit of playing around with that. I'm already grouping center mass. And I lost 1 or 2 of these pellets. Most of them hit the box. Some of them fall out. Not a perfect system. You can perfect it on your own. Start adding some tape to the back to catch it. The pellets, you can add extra tape to the boxes to keep pellets if they're driving through the boxes. Just cheap ideas. All right? Remember, you are fortress. Keep your head on a swivel. See what's going on in the world around you. So here we're going to do, go ahead and aim in. This is about 5 good strides, or about 5 yards, and so we can zoom in here and see what our placement is. Go ahead, aim, fire, center mass. So as far as your aimed fire goes, you're still going to be getting all of your work, all of your trigger work, all of your grip work, all of getting your sight alignment. Go ahead, keep working. And you're just, the only thing you're not getting is the felt recoil. Good, inexpensive way to work. So is this your first time using the airsoft for this type of work?
Yeah, and I'm pretty amazed at how much closer it is to real live fire than just dry firing, because you know, when you trigger brakes, you get the sound, you get the motion of the gun. It's not like a real gun's recoil, but
you're still getting some impulse from it.
Yeah, it's a lot more feedback than just a click of a hammer drop.
Awesome.